Hi everybody, welcome to Richard in the Kitchen tonight. Tonight I'm going to be frying me up some homemade fish sticks. I'm going to be using cod. I'm going to have some homemade tartar sauce and some mac and cheese that I put a little twist on. So with that said, let's get started. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and cut the crust off my bread. I'm going to make some homemade breadcrumbs to go with our homemade fish sticks. I'm using probably 6 or 7 pieces of bread. We just cut them up into cubes. Throw them in the food processor. If I can get the top on here. There we go. And give it a good pulse. I've got my breadcrumbs processed from the food processor. What I've done is I've added equal amounts, which is a 1/4 teaspoon of parsley, lemon zest, paprika, thyme, and garlic salt. I've also put about 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese in here. Just give that a good mix, and we'll go on to step 3. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take some mayo, about 3/4 of a cup. To that I'm going to add some fresh chopped dill, some sweet pickle relish, some freshly chopped white onion, and some lemon juice. So we can make our tartar sauce. And you just give that a good mix. Now one thing I do, a lot of people don't, to my tartar sauce, I add just a little bit of yellow mustard. Not much. To me that just gives it a little tang. And you give this a little mix, and once you get all this mixed up, you put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let this chill. And we'll use this as a dipping sauce for our fish sticks. Alright, to make our fish sticks I'm going to use some cod, some fresh cod I got from the market. What you want to do is just kind of give them a pat with some paper towels to get the moisture off of them before we cut them up into our fish sticks. Alright, just cut them up equal amounts. You can cut them any size you want to. Doesn't take long to do. And what we'll do is we'll plate these up and put them in the fridge, cover them with some paper towels until we get ready to batter them and fry them up. Okay, last step, we want to crack an egg, put it into a bowl with some milk. You can also use heavy cream if you like. I don't have any heavy cream tonight, so I'm just going to mix me up an egg wash with some milk, an egg, give it a good mix. Okay, take your fish stick and we want to roll it in our flour, coat it really good. Dip it in our egg wash and then into our breadcrumbs. Coat that really good. We'll set that aside. And I'll do another one to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing here. You just coat it in flour, like I said, into the egg wash. Drip off the excess, then into your breadcrumbs. Man, I tell you what, homemade fish sticks. Ain't no packaged stuff for me as far as fish sticks. Man, I tell you what. And you set those aside and you repeat this process until you've got all of your fish sticks coated. Then we'll fry them up. Alright, I just took my fish sticks out of the oil. And we've got them sitting on some paper towels right here. Just kind of lay them up here and show you a couple of them. Man, I tell you what, that looks so good. Alright, now, while we're waiting on those to cool, let me show you what I do with my mac and cheese. This is a box mac and cheese. I typically make my own, but I really didn't want to deal with that tonight. So what I've got, I've already got my mac and cheese cooked up. I got some real butter, about a quarter stick. I'm going to throw that in there. And this packaged cheese, I'm going to throw that in the mix too. A little pepper, a little salt. Man, tell you what, good old mac and cheese. Give this a good mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little milk to this in just a second. And then I'm going to top this off with some grated Parmesan Reggiano cheese. Man, I tell you what, that makes it really good. Add a little milk to it. You may have to adjust the milk quantity that you use. Man, I tell you what. And there's something else I do. I'll show you when I get all this mixed in here. Excuse me a second. With my Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. We'll just grate some of this up in there. Kind of a 2-cheese mac cheese. Be careful with your salt if you do this, because your Parmigiano Reggiano cheese has a lot of salt in it. So you might oversalt it if you're not careful. Alright, now what I do, I take some fresh homemade breadcrumbs and I just mix that in there too to give it a little crunch. I've toasted those breadcrumbs while I was cooking the fish. And how about that? Alright, let's plate this up and give it a taste test, guys. Homemade fish sticks. Easy to do, doesn't take much time, it's really tasty. So let's give this a taste test and see how we did here. Homemade tartar sauce. How about that? Much better than what you'll find in the box in the freezer section at your grocery store. Give this a try, guys. Till next time, be nice to somebody. Bye-bye, y'all.